Let's talk a little bit about the Penny Arcade games. Cryptozoic has 2 Penny Arcade games out right now. Gamers vs. Evil, which was the first one, and then Rumble and Relay, which is the standalone expansion. So tell me guys, how does the Penny Arcade comic translate into a deck building game?
Actually really well, I think. I mean, we sort of trusted Cory when he said that he could turn it into a deck building game, that he could do it, and damn if he didn't. Like, I'm impressed.
The Penny Arcade deck building game is built from scratch to be appropriate for layering in IPs. So what's great about it as an engine, it's actually called the Kraken engine, is that we can put other IPs on top of it, and it is a real good fit for bringing some cool characters, cool narrative into the deck building experience. One of the ways we did that was by having the hero cards, the cards you actually start and play with that kind of determine who you are in the game and give you special abilities and give you a bit of a handhold in terms of how you should play out your deck building experience. Sometimes it's a card that starts in your initial deck, and sometimes it's, you know, a bonus to buying certain types of cards. So that's a great way to build an IP into a deck building game. And that was sort of part of the intention when we made that thing from scratch.
My favorite card is the pickle recognition engine.
Yeah.
That's my favorite card too!
Yeah,
So, like, they were able to find...
Touch Wieners.
Touch Wieners is another...
is my favorite card.
Touch Wieners is another classic.
Touch Wieners and Scrotum especially, those are fan favorites. I won't mention what they do here, but you can imagine.
But I should also say Touch Wieners is 2 wiener dogs, just to be clear.
The hook, essentially, I mean, they harvested the entire archive, which goes back, you know, almost 14 years now, and they found a bunch of really strange ideas in the comic that they were somehow able to translate into mechanical game ideas without losing any of the humor.
Like the Scrotum.
It doesn't make sense. Like the way that they were able to grab, because these, again, I mean, this is completely inside baseball. Like, it's just jokes that Mike and I made up with each other that we assumed no one else would ever get, let alone enjoy.
I felt like the humor of Penny Arcade could really play in a deck building experience, and that has absolutely been the case. Every time we demo this to groups, everyone's having a great time, laughing, having a ton of fun. You know, the Penny Arcade audience is holistically connected to the Penny Arcade brand and to Jerry and Mike because of the way that they treat their consumers and sort of the honesty they have in terms of, you know, what they put into the marketplace. And I think that's what we're trying to accomplish here too. You know, our motto is fans first, and I think that they have the same sort of method of treating their consumers, and that's important to me, and it's one of the reasons we looked at Penny Arcade as a great partner for Cryptozoic. And I've been friends with Jerry and Mike for many, many years, and when we started the company, one of the first groups I went to in terms of trying to grab a license to do some other stuff was the Penny Arcade group, not only for just the general Penny Arcade brand, but also for the Lookouts, which we just launched the first Lookouts comic.
What character from the comic do you think would make an awesome boss card?
Oh man,
I know exactly.
All right, go ahead.
There should be a Witchalok boss deck.
Witchalok, yeah.
Because they're just completely ridiculous. But also we have actually written a ton of background information on Witchalocks. Like, we actually got a project to do like a 3 or 4 page joke, like character creation engine for D&D. So there is a ton of really ridiculous information, but also they create wolfoids.
Yeah.
And so I think that deck could be super. They'll say they have Witchlock blades.
Well,
like,
they have a Witchalock blade that all Witchalocks must share.
there's only one set.
Yeah.
And so that deck, I think, could be really varied, and it'd be a lot of fun for people to fight over the individual cards in the deck.